Joining us this morning is the head coach of the Woodville Eagles, Coach Heath Clawson. Coach, how are we doing this morning?
Doing great, Kyle. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm doing fantastic. So let's talk a little bit about you first before we start talking about the Woodville Eagles. You were hired by Woodville on April 29th. So tell us a little bit about your coaching background and how you ended up in Woodville.
Well, I've been several different places across the state over the years, and it's been a great journey to get to this point. I've gotten to be an offensive coordinator, a defensive coordinator. Just coached several positions on both sides of the football. I've gotten to be a AD head coach at a couple other places. And when Woodville opened, obviously there was some great things that occurred this last year, and they've been pretty decent the last several years. And so, it was intriguing. And then, interesting thing is that my cousin lived out here for a few years, and he worked for Texas Farm Bureau, and he managed the branch out here. And he said, "Man, it was a great place. The people were fantastic. He loved living here." And so I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at it," and it worked out. And so, I'm pretty excited. And I've been at Elgin the last 4 years as the head football coach there, and it was just kind of one of those things that it seemed like God kind of placed it in our path, and so jumped on it, and we're excited to be here.
Well, and I know they're excited to have you down here too. So I want to know what is your coaching style? I guess is for people that don't know you and didn't keep up with Elgin last few years. What is kind of your coaching style, and what are you hoping to bring here to Woodville?
As far as my style, I mean, I don't know. I care about kids. I want to help them be successful, but at the end of the day, the number one thing is we want to help them, be prepared for life, uh, have characteristics. They're going to help them be successful and be good people and be able to handle adversity in life and things like that. So, that's my number one thing. And for me, that kind of comes from, building great habits and discipline and things, everything that they do, and giving great effort, having a great attitude when you do it. And so that's kind of what we focus on, And I feel like that when you have those things and you build great habits and you have good character, then you're going to have success. And so winning kind of takes care of itself if you're doing things right. And so that's that. I guess that if I had to put a style on it, I don't know what that category is, but that's just kind of what I believe in my philosophy. And as far as, Elgin had struggled for a while. I hadn't made the playoffs in, I think, 9 years when I got there. And, it was about trying to find ways to instill that discipline so that, we're going to get better every day. And we're going to do little things right, and we're going to try to maximize our potential. And so we did that. We made great improvements and went from 0-10 to a playoff team in one year. Went 7-3 that next year, and made it to the first round. And then like this past season, we won a playoff game for the first time in 10 years there, and so we made some of those improvements. And so obviously, you make it to the state championship. There's not much more you can do there, right? You can win one more, right? Of course, I think they were 13-3, so you could actually win three more. But there's only so much you can do, right? I mean, to keep getting better when it comes to the wins and how far you advance. But I think year to year, we want to build that consistency of being a team that people know are going to play hard. We're gonna give great effort. We're gonna do things right, and so that's kind of what I'm hoping to kind of bring here.
Well, and you mentioned it last season, like you said, that when you make it to the state championship game, other than winning it, there's not much more you can do when you get to that point. So, but off of last year's team, how much film have you seen from last year's team, and kind of what you've seen? What did you think of last year's 13-3 squad?
Yeah, I've watched some, and the kids played hard. I mean, and that was a big intriguing thing for me, to see how hard those kids played, how much they loved, and enjoyed playing the game. And Coach Robinson and the staff have done a great job here for several years, and so just seeing what they've kind of gotten to this point, and was exciting for me to come and see if we can try to keep improving. So, but that last year's team was really good. They had a lot of seniors, and many times when you're really good, you make it that far, you're senior heavy, and they were a lot of good football players that are not going to be with us this year. But we've got some good returners and some really good talented young kids, and so I'm really excited from what I saw from some of the young kids on film, and where we're headed.
Well, and one of the big guys you got coming back is the quarterback, Luke Babin. He'll be back along with the receiver, Gage Toller, and then the big running back, Dustin Barlow, in the backfield as well. So you got some key players coming back, lost a lot of seniors, but got some key players coming back. What are your expectations for this first season?
Well, I think that if things come together, there's no reason why we can't return to everybody likes to call Jerry's World, right? Return to that big game. But one thing I've been telling these kids the last several weeks as we get ready for the season is that we got to worry about what we're doing today, right? And if you look too far ahead, then you're not taking care of what's in front of you, and then that's a big reason that sometimes people don't go as far as they should, is because they overlook either opponents or they're not taking care of the little things in front of them. And so that's a big thing for us. Some of those key guys coming back are going to be obviously huge for us. We've got some young guys that are going to have to step in and quickly figure out how to play varsity Friday night football. And I feel like they're talented enough, and I feel like that with some of the veterans and experience that are coming back around them, that those guys can grow. Man, I really expect this team to play hard. It seems like we've got a great chemistry within the team. The kids definitely push each other. That's a good thing as well. They've really been amazing as far as accepting me and the rest of the new coaching staff that's come in. The staff that's remaining has really meshed well with us, and so I'm excited about that aspect of it, because I feel like that whatever the potential of this team is, I think that we're going to reach it based on what I've seen so far.
I love that. I love that. Well, I know they're excited to have you down there in Woodville, Coach, and I appreciate you taking the time this morning and chit-chatting with us, and best of luck to the Eagles this season, and we'll talk to you down the road.
Thanks a lot, Kyle. We're really excited, and we appreciate y'all's coverage and support, and for our kids and our program.
Absolutely. You got it, Coach. Have a good day.